Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Khoj Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. Our recitation continues from Dhanasari Mahalla Panjava. It's a relatively short passage. The recitation first. Dhanasari Mahalla Panjava, Jatan Karai Manukh Dahakavai, o antar jami janai, पाप करे कर मुकर पावे, पेख करे निर्बाने, जानत दूर तुम्हें प्रभ नेर, ओत ताकै ओत ते ओत पेखै, आवे लोभी फेर रहाओ। जब लग टूटे नाही मन परमा, तब लग मुक्त न कोई, कहो नानक दयाल स्वामी, संत भगत जन सोई। So the literal translation of the first verse, Jatan Karai Manukh. So this is a description of human beings engaged in effort. Jatan is effort, Karai is to do, Manukh. So the human race essentially is engaged in effort, but that effort is Dahakavai at the same time. Dahakavai is deception. And this deception is self-deception and, as a result, deception of others. Oh antarjami jane, but that inner knower in all of us is aware. The ego mind is not aware. It is the ego that engages in deceptive behavior. Paap kare kare mukkar pave. Paap kare, they're in error. Paap is not sin as much as it is missing the mark, going in a direction that you should not be going, because it only strengthens the ego. So paap kare, we are in error, but mukkar pave, we do not acknowledge that. It's not that we deny it, we don't even acknowledge it. Pekh kare nirbane, and yet we adopt the outward garb of detachment. We'll come to the Rahau verse and then talk about what the whole sabad means. Janat dur tumhe prab ner, ot take ot te ot pekhe, ave lobhi fer. Janat dur, the mind thinks that it, referring to the self, is far away. But the self, the prab, the inner knower, is near. Ot take, ot te ot pekhe. So this is like looking here, there, everywhere, and beyond. Who's doing the looking? Ave lobhi fer, the greedy mind. So you see, the mind is deluded, it's greedy, and it comes back again and again. It's caught in a loop. And the concluding verse tells us how to free ourselves. Jab lag tute nahi man parma, jab lag, until, tute nahi, broken, until the mind's delusion is broken, until then, tab lag mukt na koi, no one is liberated. So the deception we are engaged in is really an an illusion. The mind is delusionary. So Nanak leaves us with this to think about. Kaho Nanak, says Nanak, Dayal Swami, the master, is compassionate. So that inner self is a compassionate presence. Sant Bhagat Jan Soi. So, this is at the same time a definition of who is a Sant. Sant meaning the enlightened, the awakened mind. Who is the Bhagat, the devotee, is the one who belongs to that self. So what this Shabad is doing is offering us an image of ourselves, the gap between what we project our image to be and what our inner reality is. And it is suggesting to us that the primary obstacle is not external, it's the mind itself. So Jatan Karai Manukh Dahakavai, oh antarjami jane. So this is really telling us that our performative integrity is missing. We are engaged in elaborate image management, projecting an outward garb, big, of success, of detachment, of spirituality, while inwardly we are driven by the same anxieties. And the Guru assures us that this is not hidden actually, because the antarjami is not an external judge. It is awareness itself. Prabh is awareness. It is so antarjami is not somebody outside. This is the observer self, if you will, that is watching, that is aware. It is not even watching. It simply is aware of what you're doing. So this is exposing our psychological sin, papa kare. This is the sin of not being aware. And then janat dur tumhe prabh ner. It is that over there syndrome. We believe that the self or peace or whatever it may be is far away somewhere. And so we keep returning to our limited horizon, a lobi fair, a compulsive loop of acquisition. We keep coming back to what we are caught in. And then it tells us, Jab lag toote nahi man parma. That is the key, the gate to liberation. And again, it is not an external escape to somewhere, but a shift in perception. Param is that delusion. What is delusion? It is misperception. And that misperception dictates how we interpret reality and how we act. So right now we are acting out of a misperception called the ego or home. And so we are caught in this image making, which is delusional. So freedom begins when this organizing illusion, the home, the fact that it teaches us that we are separate, lacking, we need to perform, finally begins to crack. So the Sant is simply a person whose mind has returned home, meaning mind is integrated. So drop the mask. You have to ask yourself, where am I performing a version of myself to gain approval? This is the Dahakavai. And arrest the search. When you feel the urge to look somewhere else for fulfillment, remind yourself, Prabh ner, the truth is near. It is within you. It is you. And align with the antarjami. Become one with that awareness. So true power lies in the awakened mind, the Santan. that finds bliss everywhere. Sagal hi jaye. Vaheguru ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki Fateh.